Hi everyone, it's Melissa or Mairwyn, currently recovering from being attacked by a mule. Just want to say a special thank you to our patrons, Kevin Martin, Jeffrey Fricky, Kevin Stanfield, Laura Newland, John Michael McCraney, Ian Dara, Lawrence A. Carr, and then Dan Where Are the Horses Krasinski. Dan, I'm pretty sure they're dead. If you want to join them in becoming a patron, you can join us over at patreon.com/unstabletop. Thank you for listening and enjoy the show.
Big news in the world. A big topic. Everyone's talking about it. You can't go online without seeing it because it's everywhere. Literally everywhere. The biggest news of 2025. It is incredibly polarizing and we shouldn't even talk about it because we have the potential to get a lot of hateful feedback. What are your thoughts about the Switch 2?
I mean, I'm going to buy one.
You're going to buy one?
Yeah.
Okay.
For Mario Kart.
You don't, no, okay. So you're pro Switch 2.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All those prices, I'm going to try to switch to something different. Haha. Wes, what about you? How do you feel about the Switch 2?
I mean, it seems neat, but I do have some concerns.
Okay.
And like, I'm just concerned that it might end up being a whole like Wii U situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think like a lot of people right now are very upset about the price point they've chosen.
Sure.
But like, I don't know, for me, like the only thing that looks super appealing right now of the games they've shown would be the Mario Kart game, but I don't think that's going to sell a console for me.
What is the, if I went right now to buy a Switch OLED, what's the price on that? What's the price point on a Switch, a brand new Switch OLED right now, Chris? I went to, Target. My mom called ahead of time and asked if they had any. I think they're
$349.99 MSRP.
Okay, so $350.
Yeah, sure.
So an extra $100 for the new generation.
Right.
And it goes up to 120 FPS.
Yeah, 1080p screen with HDR.
Yeah, which I don't, my opinion is that I don't care about the Switch for handheld gaming.
I do.
Because I just want to dock it and play games in the comfort of my home. I don't want to be one of those people that stares at their screen and walks around public places.
Right.
I was,
Do people do that?
They do.
I've never seen someone walking down a hallway playing a Switch.
I feel like it's fine, no shame. Like if I was a person who traveled a lot and I had to play it. But I'm also not the kind of person who can sit down for like 45 minutes and just play a game and then not. And that's it. I need more.
You need at least 2 more screens running so you're stimulated enough.
I gotta have one screen over here that's got
I think they have that feature that have Temple Run on one side and your game on the other.
Hell yeah.
It's not the amount of screen, it's just the amount of like there's not really any games I play regularly that I can like play in very short intervals. Like I'm not gonna sit I don't play roguelites.
Gotcha.
Not a lot. So I can't sit down and play like a game for half an hour and be like, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that time. I can't do that.
That's what my Steam Deck is great for.
Yeah, because you have ADHD and you stare at 7 screens.
No, I just have something else and stare at birds on my Steam Deck.
Josh, what about you? Oh, sorry, Wes, are you, as if all things considered right now, are you planning to get one, say, within 3 months of launch?
Probably not. I think I'm in like a wait and see kind of state.
Okay. Chris, what about you? Are you a get it like within 3 months of launch type?
Most likely not. I will probably wait for a price drop.
Okay.
It's not going to happen.
It will.
It's not going to happen.
Josh, what about you?
It's not going to happen.
Any thoughts on the?
It doesn't bother me. The price doesn't bother me. Like all that doesn't bother me.
I feel like the price is kind of fair.
Considering way back when consoles and game prices were definitely more than they are today.
I mean, like $100 for an improved version Is the screens on the new one are not OLED though? Are they? Are they IPS screens?
I'm not 100%. I haven't looked too much into it.
I thought I remember seeing something that they are not OLED screens.
They are LCD.
Okay.
But they claim that the LCD looks nicer than both the OG and the OLED. Not sure how that works.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I would agree that the price point doesn't bother me on its own, but I am a little concerned as far as like I'm not going to buy the Switch to play anything except exclusives, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because like there's no point.
Right.
But like, there are some cool exclusive, like the Duskbloods. I would be excited for,
Yeah.
anime Bloodborne. type
Okay.
thing.
I was excited for that too when I saw it,
Uh-huh.
and then I found out that it's like an 8-player PvE thing, and it's not like it's not like a
It's not like a
Bloodborne 2.
progression.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I have I'm seeing some of the game prices for like $80.
So
I think
That's just where we live now.
I know, but
unfortunately.
I think that's kind of what turns me off, especially because a lot of those first party games, unless you can catch them at like a rare time, don't really go on sale.
no, they don't at all.
Like they do
Nintendo
sometimes.
games don't go on sale.
They do sometimes, but it's always like $10 off when you buy two, you know. But optimistic. I do hope it does well. I've been waiting a long time. There's a lot of stuff on the Switch that I haven't played because I've been waiting for a new console. Like I don't want to go buy a Switch and then the new one comes out and I can just buy the new one.
If you live in that mentality, though, like you'll never buy anything.
But I got like we bought a Switch like 3/4 of the way or like maybe halfway into its life cycle. And like when at that time there wasn't really a lot that I wanted to play. But now near sort of the end of the life cycle, there's sort of a collection I want to go back and play. And I was kind of waiting for like a Switch Pro.
Yeah.
But I'm sure 6 months after they drop the Switch 2, they're going to have the Switch 2 Pro or, something like that.
And they didn't do that with the Switch. They dropped the OLED and it wasn't any faster. It just had a bigger screen.
That's true. I'm
So
optimistic. I'd like it to be good. I'd like to be able to sit down and play some of those games I haven't played. Haven't played the new Pikmin game. That'd be fun.
So going on the prices of the games, I see it like this. The games they're starting at 80, right? Is that my understanding?
Some of them.
All right. I just have to play. I'd have to play the game like less than 5 hours, and then I've got my money's worth out of the game. And a lot of games I play that are Nintendo based.
Are you saying that your guideline is paying $20 an hour for a game?
No, I'm saying it just takes me. I'm going off of how much I make per hour.
Okay.
If I'm getting more out of this game than I would have worked to get that money.
It's an interesting way to look at it.
That's why, it does. When a game starts getting $200, then we got a problem. But
I mean, who knows?
Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be $150. I already know. Until we have to pirate it off the computer to actually play it.
That game's not coming to PC for at least a year after it drops on console.
Also, no one would ever pirate anything because that's illegal.
Yeah,
And we would not pirate media.
of course.
You wouldn't download a car.
Well, you have to pirate Grand Theft Auto 6 because that's the game. You have to go with the game wants. It wants you to be.
No, it's
wants
not.
you to be thieving.
No, it's not pirate themed.
No, you're thinking of Yakuza Pirate,
Oh yeah.
Like a pirate.
like a pirate.
I want to ask Melissa because I wanted some insight, but she abruptly left the room for some reason.
Is it going to have Hello Kitty Island Adventure on it?
Probably.
Will it run at 60 frames a second?
I think I'm a little concerned. One of the things that I heard about it is that like it's gonna mostly play Switch games, but it seems like there are a couple that it maybe won't. So I'd be interested to see what that looks like.
The thing that excites me the most about it is that I will be able to play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at up to 120 frames a second in HDR, and I want to do that.
I have a feeling they won't go to 120 frames.
60's fine. 60's fine for a single player game.
I'm just thinking that those games, with how they've made them, I don't think they'll go to 120
I mean,
with a Nintendo console.
if one was to I don't know, dump their Switch cartridge legally and then use a piece of software to emulate that thing, you could definitely get it to 120 on a PC.
Yeah.
If one was to do that.
Which again, we wouldn't.
Well, I do condone making legal backups of your games.
Yeah, but you don't own your games, Chris.
Yeah, Ubisoft said so.
That depends on the media in which you have purchased it.
Nope. Ubisoft, the makers of the critically acclaimed Assassin's Creed Shadows.
If I buy a game and there is information on the disc, I own that information because it is physically in my hand.
No.
What if you access the information in like a zip folder and it's just a text file that says "fuck you"?
Well, I would imagine the zip folder would have a license key in it.
Nope.
It just says "fuck you."
Yeah, it's a zip inside of a zip, and you have to extract it, and it's a single TXT file.
Yeah, that's the DLC for Shadows.
No, we're gonna have a Switch 2 in the household because I'm not gonna miss the next Zelda game. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, but like the last two weren't very good.
Yes, they were.
I don't know.
Did you ever play them?
As a purist, I watch videos of them, and I'm like,
So you never played them?
Now, when you say the last two,
Mhm.
which ones do you mean?
Tears of the
Because
Kingdom.
some games have come out since.
I think the one where you play Zelda is a cool idea.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just Link Between Worlds, but you're a girl.
So when you say two, are you talking about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom?
Talking about Spirit Tracks.
I need you to be.
Apparently Spirit Tracks was a good game.
I don't know. I didn't play any of the DS Zeldas.
I like to pull Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you had a great time with them.
I did.
I'm glad you did.
Cool.
I like the Minish Cap.
People should have fun with things. I played the Minish Cap.
The hat talks to you.
It was a little bird.
Yeah.
What if we took the boat from Wind Waker and turned it into your hat?
What if I told you that with the Switch 2, you can play Wind Waker?
That's the second part of this, is that they have the GameCube Virtual Console, which not okay with. Okay, I'm okay with the GameCube Virtual Console,
Sure.
but why are you going to give me the GameCube version of a game that you've already remastered?
That does make sense. I'm on board.
Yeah.
I think I have The Legend of Zelda HD on my Wii U.
Yeah. I also worry that, like Wes said, that the Switch 2 is going to be a repeat of the Wii U.
I don't think so. I think the branding around the Wii U is what really messed them up there. It's like the Wii U come out. What is it? Is it just this handheld thing? Is it its own console? I think when you say Switch 2, then you were saying this is the second Switch.
I really enjoyed my my Wii U. Played a lot of Smash on it. Played Pikmin. They released. I am excited about the new Metroid Prime. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I would get a Switch 2. Donkey Kong looks really shitty.
Does it?
Yeah.
I've never been a Donkey Kong person.
Yeah, a hardcore Donkey Kong Country, 1, 2, and 3, all day. 64 was pretty fun. Diddy Kong Racing was fine, but like everything after that, I just wasn't a fan. I just want to fight the Kremlins. And when I get a game and it's like you're fighting the snow spirits, like I'm not a fan. Or like the penguins or whatever they were in one of the DS versions, Donkey Kong Returns or something.
I couldn't tell you.
Like penguins, or I don't know. Like King K. Rool was such a pivotal part of my childhood. Like you feed me nostalgia and everything else. Give me nostalgia in my Donkey Kong.
Maybe.
Melissa has returned. She was gone unexpectedly.
Melissa sent a message explaining why they were gone.
Oh, I didn't.
But maybe don't read the message.
Is it
on air?
My toes turned black and fell off. Oh, okay. Melissa, what's your opinion on the announcement of the Switch 2? Considering that you play a lot of Switch,
I want it, but it's expensive.
Are you excited for? Are you excited for the potential of Hello Kitty Island Adventure at more frames?
Yes.
Do you notice in your daily plays of Hello Kitty that the game runs subpar?
Yes.
And maybe a new console would fix that.
Yes.
You could also play it on your gaming PC.
I could.
You have to buy it again though, and none of your stuff transfers. You have to start over.
A friend of ours, his wife plays what is that called? Disney Dreamlight?
Yeah, Dream something.
And like
Dreamlight Valley.
She has a ton of progress on the Switch version, I think. but like there's a lot going on and it runs poorly. And that was her complaint, is that she'd like to play it on like the PlayStation because it runs much better.
Yeah,
But
probably.
she's made so much progress and she doesn't want to start over.
Can't blame her. Those games are all progression based.
Yeah, it makes sense, I guess. I wish that more games had like a kind of a cross-platform save feature. It'd be cool to be able to play a game and unlock a bunch of stuff and then like switch to a new platform and be able just to be like, yeah, this is my account.
Cyberpunk did it. Baldur's Gate does it.
I need more of that.
Destiny did it.
Destiny,
Or Destiny
did it.
2 did it.
Destiny 2 did it.
Destiny 3 is going to do it as well.
No.
There's not a Destiny 3,
What was it? Grand Theft Auto actually did that. The online.
did they?
Yep. You had a one time though.
I guess
Oh,
if you,
I do remember that.
I guess maybe the hack to that is just play everything on a Steam Deck.
Yeah, but the Steam Deck hardware is showing some age.
I don't care for the Steam Deck, mainly because of the Switch. Like if I'm play like handheld games like that, I'd rather play Nintendo handheld games.
Well,
Yeah.
you can do that.
But the Joy-Cons hurt my hands.
Yeah, also that's another thing to bring up about the Switch too, is that apparently the sticks are not Hall effect, so we're gonna have the
They're
same.
not Hall effect? I
They're
thought
not.
they were.
The last thing I saw said they are not. Look it up and tell me if I'm wrong.
But they got magnets.
But if they're
Yeah,
not Hall effect, then we're gonna have the same issue I think with stick drift,
Yeah, not Hall effect.
which is kind of like in this day and age. Come on, get with the program.
Knock on wood. I've never had a stick drift with my Switch controllers, my Joy-Cons.
Do you have any stick drift, Melissa?
I don't know what that is.
It's when your joystick is always kind of going in one direction, even when you're not moving it.
I haven't noticed it.
I've never had Joy-Con drift either.
I have a feeling it's maybe not just the Switch, the Joy-Cons themselves. I have a feeling people have a lot to play on that.
Oh, for sure.
Well, how so?
Because they don't wash their grubby hands.
Yep.
Because kids beat the shit out of their Switches.
I mean, I feel like I took pretty decent care of my Switch, but I do have Joy-Con drift on one of mine.
I think it's sort of a luck of the draw. Like either you're going to get it pretty quick or you're going to get it later
You know where I don't have stick drift?
on your Steam Deck,
My Steam Deck, because I replaced my sticks with Hall effect sticks.
which is also cool that you can kind of do stuff like that.
I've modded the hell out of it. It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. Nintendo's always been sort of its own thing. I mean, I think we could talk another hour and a half about Nintendo and their business practices and
I'll just say this
sort of what they are.
Yeah, they started playing.
I'll be
Started making playing cards.
on the Nintendo Switch thing. My favorite Nintendo console, not including the GameCube, because let's face it, was the 3DS. But,
All right.
That's very fair.
Okay.
Very solid.
and I hate that they stopped doing 3DS stuff.
Okay. Well,
It's all Chris's fault.
Yeah, I did that.
I do. Yeah. Yeah. Chris did threaten executives of Nintendo.
Hey, Miyamoto, stop making two consoles. You can make one and make it portable and home console.
Yeah, but then you can't sell on the nostalgia of like the Game Boys.
Yeah.
Flip that switch vertically and put some digital buttons on there for the touchscreen. Done. I don't know, man.
I'm going to leave in the silence because nobody likes that idea.
What don't you fucking want from me?
If it happens, Chris,
I want you to do better.
if it happens, you don't have to worry about walking ever again.
Josh is gonna shoot my kneecap.
No, I'm gonna break them. I'm gonna get a sledgehammer. I'm not gonna shoot them.
Oh,
Good Lord, just shoot him.
They're not recovering.
He's going to cut out your kneecaps and then tie your legs back together.
I'm gonna make you walk like a fucking bird.
Oh, what, like Cotton Hill?
Yeah, well, he lost his shins, and then he's going to feed your knees to the dog outside.
And then he'll be happy.
With
He will.
little legs.
Yeah, he does have little legs. Okay, well, so, sorry, Melissa, ask you this question before we continue. Do you plan to purchase the Switch within the, 3 months of release window?
Probably not, because it's going to be impossible to find.
The first one was, and I do worry about supply chain
They're not going to make enough,
concerns.
and people are going to overbuy and then sell them for exorbitant amount of money.
That is how it goes.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
You can pre-order them. Kind of.
So I looked earlier this week and I was unable to pre-order.
Nintendo did a thing to assuage the scalpers, where if you had a Nintendo account and you have, a moderate amount of play activity, I think it was like 50 hours, and at some point had Nintendo Online, then you could be entered into like registered to pre-order straight from Nintendo.
Okay.
I signed up for that. I didn't hear anything back.
Yeah, you're gonna hack that like you hacked the Gen Con hotel website?
Yeah, okay. I'd never hacked the Gen Con hotel website.
It didn't.
I tried to get around the button for the event website, and they caught me and called me a bad boy and made me wait 5 minutes. and I lost a bunch of event tickets, so I won't be doing that again.
And you edged the whole time.
John Michael was in the room. You can ask him if I did that.
It's crazy that you didn't just say no, I didn't.
Would you believe me?
No.
Okay. Well, speaking of supply chains and the Switch, let's switch over here. So we are.
I'm going home.
Yeah, we are leaving the Stone Galleries after a fairly tense situation. Arriving at the Stone Galleries after leaving the Fey Road. Facing a creature known as a basilisk that is able to turn you to stone. The attempted kidnapping of Archduke Avgost by Ghoul. Is insurgent? Is that a word to use?
Insurgent?
Ghoul insurgents? They're not supposed to be here. Could we use the term insurgent for that?
I
don't know.
Probably. I mean, we probably could.
You can.
You thwarted that kidnapping. You fought off the basilisk. You fought off the ghoul. You fought off the next wave of creatures that can turn you to stone. But you did have a slight casualty in that, as Mairwyn was turned to stone. You searched the galleries. You are able to recover some magic items, while Mairwyn takes some time to get better. And you find some stuff. You find a couple of scrolls that can reverse this petrification process on anybody. Luckily, you did not need to use those on any of your party members. And you also searched inside of a wizard tower where a sim, I assume a sim is going to take it, found a new magic sword to replace what he lost because you guys fucked around and found out. I just want to confirm that I didn't put a sword in there to give to you just to make you feel better. That's just how it's written. So that kind of worked out where you only had one encounter without a weapon, although having a weapon in those fights would have made things a lot better. But at least now you have a magic sword.
That's true.
I did make that for you. It's in your inventory. You'll need to equip it and attune to it.
Yeah, I would do that.
And that's assuming that a sim is the one who is keeping that sword.
Yeah.
I don't know why anyone else would. I guess Pan, can you be proficient with weapons, Pan?
It is a martial weapon.
I'm not proficient with martial weapons.
Okay. Is the only other person proficient with martial weapons Mairwyn?
It seems that way.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
I do have a question to make sure I understand this.
Okay.
It always does 1d6 extra radiant damage?
Correct.
Okay, because I thought last time when we talked about it, it was only to shape changers.
No, but if a shape changer is hit with, well, let's talk about what the weapon does. It is a moon steel rapier. The blade, which to clarify, does not produce any light. You can't be like, I'm in a dark room. It's okay. My sword glows.
Yeah.
No.
The moon also doesn't produce light, so it makes sense.
But it is on a hit, it does an additional d6 of damage. And if you hit a creature that is a shape changer, it has to make a save or be
frightened.
Or is it frightened?
It is frightened. It's what you have in here.
Frightened. And start of your next turn. Start of your next turn, a frightened creature must succeed on a charisma throw or immediately return to its true form. So any creature that has the shape changer. So if you were to attack someone who was shape changed, they'd have to make those saves, and if they fail, they revert to their true form.
So, during the last combat,
Mm-hmm.
we discovered that Athim was a were-lion, right?
Correct.
He had very much lion-like features.
Are you considered a shape changer?
Yes.
So if you say rolled a 1 and cut yourself with your own blade, would you have to make that save? Would you become frightened?
I mean, yeah. He is subject to those effects also. Let's put it at that. He is subject to those as well.
Don't do that.
But I can't see myself, so I won't be frightened.
Well, what if there's a mirror?
And sorry, actually, this weapon I don't believe requires attunement.
Oh.
I'll double check, but if I'm looking at the Kobold Press OGL, it does not say anything about requiring attunement.
It doesn't show anything on what you have here, so...
So I just imported it in from something else, but I had to make it, actually, just for you. Did that for you.
Didn't you have to make the other axe, too?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, they'll lose this one, too.
Any creature, if the creature hits as a shape changer, or any creature not in its true form. So, it doesn't require attunement. So if for some reason, like Jozht does in other games, he were to throw his sword and someone were to pick it up and hit him with it, and that was subject, he would be subject to that effect also.
So wait, hold on. Did this say so shape changers or any creature not in its true form?
Yes. For the purpose of this weapon, the term shape changer refers to any creature with the shape changer trait.
Okay.
But other than that, if a creature or something was a different form, if it did disguise.
So if I turned into a wolf,
Mm-hmm.
and Asim hit me with his sword,
And he failed to save.
I think based on the description of the weapon, I think it would apply to you.
interesting.
A creature is a shape changer, or any creature not in its true form. So like if I think imps are a creature that can turn into like brats and stuff. They would be subject to that as well.
Interesting.
So any creature that has that shape changer trait or feature, whatever it's called, akin to like imps or were creatures or vampires. Vampire was in a bat form. That qualifies.
Interesting.
The implications go a long way.
And it would be useful considering.
You guys are going into bat country.
Right?
Someone gets infected with the disease and they turn, I cut them, and they can go back to their true form.
I don't know about that.
Damn, wouldn't it be wild if Finn got inflicted with vampirism?
Wouldn't it be crazy if Pandemonium got afflicted with vampirism?
I don't know if I want that.
Are you
Hey.
sure?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have to worry about it too much unless they use the dagger. We just take that from them. We're good.
I don't know why this cat is playing musical chairs right now, but
Nah.
maybe it's time to go take a nap.
It is time to take a nap.
So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And we left off. You guys found all that stuff, and you made the decision to use the 2 scrolls of greater restoration in sort of a potluck, a crapshoot, whatever it is, to restore 2 selected creatures. I think Asim and Finn are the ones who did that.
Yep.
I believe Asim failed.
Yep.
So his person is going to remain stoned. But Finn succeeded, and you freed an elf marked, which I've said elf marked a couple of times, and I don't know if we've actually talked about what elf marked is. Basically half elf. It's really what it is. There's more lore to it in the setting, but for all intents and purposes, they are half elves. We just don't use that term for whatever reason.
That's their word.
Yep. You freed a elf-marked man from Jozht by the name of Kiran Sarash, who says that he is he was an aspiring adventurer. He made it from Jozht to here, which is which is pretty impressive. Almost 200 miles away. And this is kind of where his journey ended when he was turned to stone by the basilisk, you assume. So you free him. And he has taken up and is now one of the replacement guards for Jozht, because one of his guys died on the Fey Road.
Right.
He was eaten by a giant Fey shadow wolf.
It's a Sub-Zero game.
And he already had equipment. He didn't have to buy anything. And we left off last time with you guys getting ready to leave the stone galleries and venture to Jozht. I don't know how to close this thing on my PDF. Never mind. Yes, I do.
Yeah, we were going to the undergrounds.
Yes, Chris.
I had to cough.
Oh, I thought you were raising your hand because you had a question.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I cough?
No.
Okay.
So, from the stone galleries to Jozht is about 200 miles. You are now heading through the northwestern part of Krakovar, and then heading over the border. And there's a lot that can happen here. The way that we're going to handle this travel is every day of travel, I'm going to need a collective group roll.
No.
Because a trip through the territory here is dangerous. You have to make a check, and we're going to base it sort of like a group average to make it through successfully. There are 3 separate checks you can make for this, but if there is something different you want to do, or if you have an idea about something, let's put it out there. But here's sort of the basics. You can attempt a stealth, and this has to sort of be like a collective decision, because you're all traveling together. You can attempt a stealth check, moving through and then trying to sneak past towns, villages, and fields without being spotted by locals or whatever finds its way out in this area at night. If you do this, based on the rules of stealth, you would travel slower. So if you do this a lot, it's going to extend the time out in the wilderness. You can attempt a survival check. Instead of traveling on the main road, which would be the fastest way there, you stick to the wilderness and back roads, steering clear of civilizations. Sometimes this could lead to you going through slowly. Sometimes you could perhaps find a shortcut and make up that lost time. The other check is going to be a deception check. Moving through Krakovar as directly as you can in plain sight, while masquerading as merchants or basically somebody that you're not. You would stay on the main roads, so this would keep you at a normal pace and keep you on track to get there in your normal amount of time. If there's something different that you might want to do, you are welcome to bring that up when we get to that point. And that is a group check, so everyone would have to make that, as well as Jozht and Io. They would make it for their collective group.
What about the other one?
The guards do not have to make it because they're under the sort of purview of those guys.
Oh.
Also, they're like CR 1-8, so they would fail every check every single time, probably.
So, I think we did discuss this at the end of the last episode, but I have concerns.
You should.
About traveling on the main road like we have been. Because it does seem like the undead set an ambush for us in an attempt to kidnap Archduke Jozht, and we kind of walked right into it. I think it might be wise to take that survival option if everyone's okay with it and travel through the woods where we are less likely to run into a trap that way.
Or we're more likely. Because what if they think, oh, they're probably not going to get on the main road?
I mean, it's harder to predict what path we're going to take in the vast wilderness than if we travel down a road.
Yeah, no, because you're still going the same exact direction, unless we're planning on going.
Josh is miming different directions with his hands, and he's going beyond the means of his physical form.
And I mean, we could take a more like surreptitious route to try and avoid if we needed to. But
What was that word?
A spiffy ass word, wasn't it?
surreptitious?
Surreptitious?
I've never heard that.
Roundabout?
Roundabout. Could you give us the definition of
Surreptitious?
I'm gonna Google it now to make sure I haven't said something dumb.
surreptitious? One who is serapis.
Like that of a snake. Serpentitious.
Someone who believes in old wives' tales. They're very serpentitious.
Serpentitious.
I don't trust snakes.
Doesn't help that I don't know how to spell this word.
You're not supposed to use words you don't know how to spell.
I don't know how to spell a lot of words. I still use them.
Chris. K-R-A-S.
Grass. Whenever I go to Starbucks or any coffee place and they ask your name, I'd normally tell them Chris, and I'd give them the wrong spelling for it.
Surreptitious. S-U-R-R-E-P-T-I-T-I-O-U-S.
Surreptitious.
Kept secret, especially because it would not be approved of. Example, they carried on a surreptitious affair. Similar, stealthy, secret, clandestine.
I think the word works. Unless we're super into semantics these days.
I think it does. Good job using a big word, Wes.
Hey,
Like a token.
look at that.
If you use a big word and then you can tell me what it means, maybe you'll get one too.
So my vote would be for the survival route where we go through the wilderness. Ultimately.
Can we get a quick count? Does anyone have any GBTs?
I don't know. I might have one. Or I might have probably used it.
I now have 2.
I have 2.
I should have took the 2 Chris had because they were in my spot.
All right, so Chris, you have 2. Wes has 1.
I have 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Chris, you have 1.
No, I have 2.
Oh, so 2. Wes and Chris both have 2. Josh has none.
I don't know.
And I'll never get one again.
Josh doesn't have one. And Melissa, you said you don't have one?
No.
Okay. Let's
Damn. At least we know who the good boys around here are.
let's I believe in the gift of charity. I think if we were all a little more charitable,
I think I got one last time and then I used it for one of y'all.
the world would be a better place if we all cared about each other a little bit more. So I'm gonna roll this this D20. Let's see. Melissa, your birthday is next month.
It is.
So I'm gonna let you choose.
Spoilers.
Even or odd. Or we can do high or low. Your choice.
Even.
Even. Okay, I'm gonna roll this D20. This is I don't know who made this D20. I forgot who made it. But it is the Foundry exclusive set that has the little anvil on it.
Was that not Norse Foundry made it?
Is it? I don't think it's Norse Foundry.
Was it Dice Dungeons?
Maybe it was Dice Dungeons.
I'll find out.
Find out. They're really nice. They're heavy. This D20 is very heavy. So Melissa, you get to choose, and you chose even. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this die, and if it's an even, I will give you the charity good boy token. If it is an odd, then I will give it to Josh. If no one had any, then we would poll the patrons and see who deserves one. Chris won that last time and he wasted it.
Nick.
What?
I'm gonna let you roll, but I'm gonna give the token to Melissa if I win it.
All right, well now you're just kissing ass. That is an even. I rolled a 14. So I'm going to take one of these good boy tokens and hand it to Wesley. Hand it down to Melissa because she's at the end of that table. And that is how charity works. That is the equivalent of landing on free parking. Do you find the answer to that, Chris?
Do you get those at PAX, didn't you?
Yes. Probably.
I haven't found the answer yet. The problem is when you search for Foundry dice, you just get a bunch of dice and ice modules.
Oh, makes sense. I just closed my fucking tab.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I need to get my shit together.
Yeah.
So, leaving the stone galleries, and using Wes's big word, surreptitiously, is that survival route the way you want to go?
The sim would be for the survival route.
We're all cool with that.
I admit I'm not as comfortable in the wilderness, but
You're a man.
it
then.
seems like it
You know?
makes sense to not follow the beaten path.
You are a man now.
I am also for the survival path.
Who the fuck made these dice?
Why?
Okay.
Why don't you just do a reverse image search?
Because that's hard.
Is it?
Yes.
Avgast will be the first to say, I'm not as skilled in the back roads either, and so I share your concern. Io is he's good.
Yeah, I was probably got like an
He's
insane survival.
he's cash money. He's so good. He's got the Godzilla sunglasses on and everything.
Yo, let's go.
Good. I also have some art for these folks, but it's all evil, so I'm not going to show it.
Oh,
I didn't generate it, but it was definitely in Google Image somewhere. Just, some placeholder art for these NPCs that will die soon.
oh no.
So on the first day of travel, why don't I have everybody, if we're going that route, roll a survival check as you are heading over, you are beginning your journey toward Jozht.
I'm assuming that I've had a long rest.
About that.
What do you need?
Just one of the die.
Or at least I'm...
So if I'm not mistaken, right? The petrification for
Dice Dungeon.
Okay, Dice Dungeons, who made these dice? Shout out to Dice Dungeon. They did a good job.
Is it Dice Dungeon? Are we sure?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Jarrett. That's John Michael's friend Jarrett.
Hey.
Jarrett's from Greenwood.
Hey, look at him.
oh wow.
Small world.
Chris, you want to know how I found those dice?
Good job getting
Was it
married.
Reverse Image Church?
No. I put Foundry VTT dice with anvil.
Oh, you know what your problem? My problem was I'm not using Microsoft Bing.
Oh.
I have to use Edge for Foundry on this.
You can use Chrome.
No.
You can use Firefox.
No.
You can use Opera.
He's edging.
I actually cannot use Chrome. It will not load Foundry.
That doesn't seem correct because Edge is just Chrome.
It does not load. I've showed y'all before.
Anyway,
No, because you're wrong, Chris. And you can't find dice, apparently.
I am a little concerned that your Google foo was undermined by Josh. No shame to Josh.
I typed the same shit in
Right?
Google
Apparently
Images.
it didn't. Look, it's right there. It's
All right,
right
so anyways,
there.
I'm
Right?
sorry you were rudely interrupted. The question was, do you get a long rest? And I think I'm going to go ahead and say personally, I don't think you do. Because for you, time, like you are sort of frozen in time, so nothing has changed for you. But if anyone else wants to argue with me, I'm happy to hear you out.
I would love
Nothing
to
is
argue,
not fair.
but like,
Let's
This is
argue.
probably dumb, but
you're
now that I
right.
remember. Am I still stoned?
You are
no,
not.
no, you got unstoned.
So
It wears off after a day. So you sort of come, I think we left off last time where you sort of come to as you are being released from your stony prison.
So I'm no longer petrified, incapacitated, and restrained.
No,
Correct.
But I did not have a long rest.
Correct. And I will remove those from you. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
But if you would like to take time to rest in the cart while everyone is traveling, you're welcome to do so. I think what that means, though, is, well, I guess you could still give me a roll. I don't want to punish you, but
I mean, all that would basically mean is that our dice rolls would be more weighted then, right? Because it's going out of 3 instead of 4.
yeah, I think
Forever.
you're sleeping in the back.
Okay.
And for the first day of travel, you will not give me a check. What is your survival bonus?
Probably high.
Probably the highest if I had to guess.
+4.
Okay, so not bad. So yeah, you guys are taking a little bit of a hit because your average would probably be higher if Mairwyn were to assist, because she is, well versed in the wilderness.
Yeah.
She eats bugs and bark and stuff.
But I'm so sleepy.
Sometimes you're eepy, sometimes you got to take a little snooze. So let's go ahead and roll some dice.
I rolled when you initially asked us to roll,
As did I.
Okay.
and I rolled a 17 plus 1, 18.
Good.
Okay.
We like that.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
So we have an 18. Let me get the old calculator out of here so I can get an average. So we're looking at an 18.
Mm-hmm.
A sim rolled a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
What about Finn?
Rolled a 17.
17. That's pretty good. We need to roll for Io.
I was gonna knock it out of the park, I'm sure.
Io has a good. His bonus is higher than any of yours.
I'm thinking +7 for IO. That's my guess.
And actually, I am going to give him, because of some background, I'm going to give him an advantage on this one.
Huge.
Natural 20.
We love it.
Huge.
Or a total of a number above 20.
So that means the natural 20 increases the degree of success, right? Like to critical success. Not wrong game, sorry.
But we also need to roll for Avgost, who is effectively untrained. And I will say too, I like the way they set this up because they sort of give you like an NPC crew who are skilled in various things, right?
Mm.
Avgost has a very good deception.
Makes sense.
So traveling the main road
Because he's a dirty liar.
and being like,
Politician.
oh, no, yeah. But
Same thing.
Io does not. So
But like, it makes a lot of sense for IO though to be high survival because he's basically the guide for this expedition.
okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 6 of you.
6? So he's at 5?
5
Because Mairwyn's
Mairwyn
out.
doesn't count.
I am going to include Mairwyn in that because she is a party member, but she's not rolling because she's resting. So your average is going to be a little bit lower.
It'll be a lot lower.
It will be.
It's like adding a 0.
It is like adding a 0.
Okay.
That's the trade-off. That's the trade-off for her laying in the back and getting some Z's.
Ouchie.
All right. Fair.
Let our elf mark boy roll in Mairwyn's spot.
And we're gonna also roll to see how successful. I'll have Mairwyn, you can roll for this though if you'd like. You just roll me a d20. The number itself doesn't necessarily matter. The value of the number doesn't matter. Okay.
Is it a 10?
Okay. So your first day of travel, thanks to Io's expert tracking navigational skills, you actually find a series of paths and like sort of off the road back roads that you're on for just very short amounts of time that allow you to keep pace with the normal travel. So you are able to travel your normal speed for the day. And when you head out in that morning until you travel late into the evening before you stop to make camp, you run into nobody.
Hell yeah.
There are no encounters that day. It is a smooth day of travel with no encounters, no fights, no creatures. There's a couple of things that exist in the wilderness, but nothing that gives you any sort of problems or causes you any frustration. Your first day of travel is a success. I should have looked up on how many days of travel this is, but I guess it depends on how fast you go.
Awesome.
So we're gonna set up. You guys set up camp.
Sticky's on the hunt for something. He found it. It was the door.
There's someone else on the other side of the door probably. And as everyone is sort of sitting around the campfire that is kind of burning pretty low. It's not like the full campfires that you've been doing up to this point. It is sort of for a minimal amount of light. It was enough to make some food and enough to keep you warm, because this part of the world is also a lot colder than where you were before. You're not in Finn territory yet.
You guys don't know what cold means.
He's out here
You
wearing.
were in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Guys, it's not even that cold. I don't
So cool.
know what the big deal is.
You're that guy at every college.
Let's fade to black as the night progresses. We're gonna have a little bit of a contest.
Oh no.
I had you guys do some homework. So if you would like to participate, you can. If you don't want to participate, you would just be excluded from the contest, which means you wouldn't be eligible to win a prize. So we fade to black. If anyone would like to volunteer and have our first flashback. I'm gonna bring us to a map.
No.
I'm gonna hesitate and say that this is not a battle map. This is just a little map for everyone.
Every map's a battle map.
A little map for everyone to enjoy. I'm also gonna turn off token vision. I'm gonna turn off token vision and turn on global illumination so everyone can see everything. Because here is a little camp. This is just representative of you camping. This obviously isn't, exactly what your campsite looks like or anything like that. But here you go.
Pretty.
This is a little more involved than your camp is. But nonetheless, it's a nice little camp map just to kind of have a place for everyone to be. We have the 3 guards who have names, but we don't really care about those. Io is over here, Obgost, Kieran, and then the 4 of you. Mairwyn, if you'd like to go ahead and hit that long rest button, you're welcome to do so.
I took my nap.
You took your nap. Full rest. First night at camp, all sitting around the fire. And like I said, let's have a little contest. Would anyone like to volunteer to go first?
I might have to be out of the running for this one.
Josh didn't do his homework, so I can also just roll.
I'll go first.
Play make-em-ups.
No.
Josh doesn't believe in make-believe.
That's what?
That's what we're doing.
He doesn't believe in it.
That's the whole game.
No, when we started playing Season of Ghosts, he immediately went out and bought a katana and a wakizashi so he could swing them.
Yeah, why do you think I've been really into VR lately?
He's been practicing.
I mean, I assumed it was porn, but
No, absolutely
I
not.
love the idea that every time we play Season of Ghosts online, Josh is just like at his house. He's like, I hit him with my katana and wakizashi, and then he just like stands up and swings his swords around.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the VR headset. I play Blades and Sorcery.
He had to clear out a whole section in his room. He had to move his drum set so he could swing his
Yeah.
sword.
Last time he rolled a natural 1, he broke a window.
He has,
I have one.
he has one of those training dummies set up so he can hit it. Mairwyn, yeah, if you'd like to go ahead. I have a rubric I made for this, so I'm going to take ample notes and judge you based on your performance.
So what is the context? Are we having a dream? Are we telling stories around the campfire? What's the context?
The context is whatever you want it to be. It can be any of those things. You are in total control right now.
No, we're not. We're never in control.
You can this could be a story that you're sharing at the campfire with your friends. It could be something that you are just staring into the embers thinking about. It could be something that you it could be a dream that you have. It can be anything you want. The world is your toaster.
The world is my toaster. So I'm going to
toss it in the bathtub.
So you set the scene. I'm gonna take a step back from the director's chair here, and give you the little clicker thing.
So
Take 2. Snap.
I'm going to treat this as like a Grog and Yap session.
A Grog and Yap.
Yeah, we're having like a group therapy trauma bond here.
Mairwyn did have a rough time.
So
And she slept all day, so she's going to be awake all night.
Oh, it's the worst.
was I conscious at all
No.
during my stoning?
No, so just to clarify, what happened is you saw the creature, or you were attacked by the creature, it turns you to stone, and when your stoning wore off, you were in that exact same moment. You expected the creature to be there when you came out of it.
So no like dreams or coma type deals or thinking?
Probably no, that stuff wouldn't occur. But if you think that, if that liminal time for you was something different, I guess that's up to you. But as far as like external stimuli from the world, you wouldn't, you wouldn't know as time passed.
Okay.
But the brain works different.
When I woke up from being stoned, the first thing that was on my mind was my parents. I was young. 5 or 6 maybe. We didn't really keep track. I got out of my bed that morning. I used to sleep in an actual bed, a real bed in a house. Crazy, I know. And it was strangely quiet. It was dark. I thought maybe it was just too early. Everyone was still asleep. I got out of the bed. The floor was cold. The fire was long out. I looked around and saw nobody. I was alone. This wasn't the first time I've ever been alone, but it was the first time it felt different. That day, I learned that my parents had been taken. Now, some of you know, some of you don't, but I am a half-orc. We all know the stories of orcs taking what they want from unassuming people, but this was different. My parents were in love. But they lived in a society where this was not accepted. Orcs being the brutes that they are, no one would ever believe that my parents would love each other like that. But they did. And I was the product of their forbidden love. Word got out that I existed, which we tried very hard to keep from anyone. We lived far in the forest. The only things we saw were bugs, creatures. Every so often, a deer would pass through. But one day, a soldier passed through. Soldier saw me. Soldier went back to the city and decided to break up this forbidden family. They took my mother and they took my father to the city. And I will never know what became of them because I've never spoken to anyone from the city. Because as long as I've been alive, I've tried to hide my whereabouts. I lost my blood family that day, but it didn't take long for me to get a found family. I was running through the woods one day, trying to find my next meal. I didn't always eat bark off a tree either. One day I saw some young children, and I wondered if they were in the same position as I was. I had to raise myself from a young 6-year-old half-orc. Now these were humans. Now humans are different. They were accepted. They were loved. They had families. So I brought these humans into my home, and we became a new family. The rest of the story, unfortunately, you know. I haven't seen any of my friends in a very long time. There you go.
Except the one that went crazy and now lives in a temple.
Well, that's not his fault.
Guys are just sitting around the campfire. And Mairwyn just starts trauma dumping.
Zim kind of does what the Jozht does. It's like,
That's rough.
up.
That's rough, buddy.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Oh shit, dude, can I get a 4 for 4 with raspberry lemonade?
Dude, if you just went to like a drive-thru and just started like lore dumping on them, do you think they'd ask you to leave, or do you think they'd just be like, fuck, just let it happen?
I'm sure it's not the first time.
you know, I had an experience last night about someone fucking lore dumping their whole life story about working on or messing with gas-powered equipment.
So yeah, Mairwyn takes some time to share this story. I think my batteries are dead.
Look, Mairwyn, that's
I didn't take your message.
that's awful. I'm sorry you had to go through all of that.
Now I just enjoy the taste of a nice bark.
I don't think I'll ever understand that.
Good source of fiber.
Oh,
It also brushes your teeth.
I'm well, you are probably more familiar than most with this, but I'm sure you all have realized at this point that my magic's a bit different than some people's. And maybe it's easier if I just show you.
No. We
No.
don't need skeletons.
I'm not.
We don't need
I will not be casting any spells. Nothing.
Do I have
that.
to like go away?
No,
somewhere?
no. I promise nothing's going to come of this, and I will. I'll take out my spell book, and I will open it.
And it's just one little flip notebook.
And
diary.
and then we're gonna get a flashback, like a cut to black
Done.
flashback.
I'm more terrified now than I was of my parents being kidnapped.
Mairwyn is staring at the sky, waiting for something to fall.
It's like, why is it so black right now?
Just you,
There's nothing around.
me, and this brick wall you built between us.
Go ahead, Chris. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I gotta cough again. Laughing that hard reactivated all my cough sensors.
Laughing hard about what?
Just soak it.
Just keep soaking it.
Yeah, so flashback to like a maybe 7 to 8 year old Pandemonium sitting at a low table in his house. This is before his little brother was born, so he's still the baby of the family. But he's sitting there at this little table and he's got a book in front of him. It looks a lot like this book that he has now. And he's just scribbling in it. And from like behind him, watching over his shoulder, is this taller shadow elf figure that we know as Professor Audley Riverbend. But to young Pan right now, it's just Miss Riverbend. And she's his private tutor for magic.
Is this
This is the study mommy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just as a yeah.
Okay, good.
No.
And he's just writing in this book, and the goal of this is to copy spells, to learn these new spells, but for whatever reason Pan is very frustrated. He can't get it right, so every time he writes a part of this like arcane rune or formula, he has to scratch part of it out and fill in something else. And I believe that like after a few of these little incidents where he's getting frustrated, Miss Riverbend will say something along the lines of like, "It's okay, Pan. You have to show your work for these things." Oh, I guess at this point, I'm sorry. At this point, it would have been, "It's okay, Jacob. You have to show your work for these things. It's the end result isn't important if you don't know how you got there." And after a few tries, eventually the formula is correct, but because of how it's written down and it's not in its final, like, perfect arcane form, there are unintended consequences when you're casting the spells.
Oh, really?
Well, and then we look back to the campfire where Pan still writes his spells that way. Hasn't really figured out how to, like, properly form these arcane symbols.
Wow. So if I mean it makes sense. A wizard's spell book is specific to them.
Exactly.
Sometimes using magical shorthand or whatever. Let me have the three of you roll Arcana checks. Like he shows you these. He shows you some pages in here. See if there's anything that you glean off of these.
Nope. I don't notice nothing.
All right, so that is a 0 for us. That is a 7 for Mairwyn.
10.
10.
Whole bunch of sand got blown in your eyes and you can't see.
You know, Finn, you have your own sort of connection with the spirits, and magic to you is very, very different than it is to Pan. And I mean, really, I think Pan's version of magic is very different than anything that you've probably been exposed to up to this point, considering your upbringing, which maybe we'll get into eventually. So this is kind of one of the first times that you sort of see, and it is, looking at it is incredibly confusing. The idea that this is what he has to do maybe gives you a newfound respect for how he does it, because whatever, and maybe that explains why things happen the way that they do. What does this kind of look like for you, Pan?
What do you mean in particular?
Just like the pages, like is there any kind of
Yeah.
stylistic choices that?
No, I think it's a lot of like remember we had the scroll earlier. The scroll for restoration of the statues. If you've noticed, maybe they're a slightly more perfected formula or symbol or whatever. I don't do well with those, so I'm not really sure. But mine, every wizard kind of does their own thing. Their magic is unique. That's why it's so hard to copy spells from one other wizard's spellbook, because it's not a direct translation. It's all depending on a personal understanding of the arcane. But I'm just not very good at reading it.
So let me get this straight.
So I mess up quite often, and I have to try again to get it correct.
So the reason you have problems with magic and that things happen is because you can't draw a straight line when you make your rune.
It's not quite like that.
So do I need to get your ruler shaken?
He did get a 0, so his understanding is nil.
It's not quite like that.
Oh, I would have no understanding on considering
like,
my abilities don't come from that kind of magic.
If magic were like music, Pan's out here doing jazz.
Yeah, freeform.
I did use your prompt as a inspiration to make a sort of a, I don't know what I want to call it, a prop, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of maybe when you were practicing your spells, what they look like.
Mm-hmm. Take a picture of that.
He was trying really hard to figure out how to do fireball, and he just couldn't get it.
I think it's a lot of like lines that go nowhere and parts that are just like scratched out.
I'm going to hand this to Josh to hand to Chris, and he can stylize it how he wants, and then we can post a picture in the Discord.
So I don't know how many science classes you guys have had, but it reminds me of balancing chemical equations.
Like stoichiometry?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Someone had a science class.
I was also really bad at that.
Organic chemistry.
Yes, it was awful.
And through all of that, like the entire time, who we know as Professor Riverbend is nothing but patient and supportive. You also notice during that little blip, as he's explaining all of this, Pan, did we see your parents at all?
Yes. So,
I mean, no, we did.
Pan's dad would have been this like a shorter human fella who I honestly picture as having like a shorter brown hair and a full beard, but wearing like a pink apron with frills on it. And I don't know that we would have seen Pan's mom at all. She's probably at work.
Never mind.
We got Chris is still working on that. Anyone else interested in sharing at the campfire?
You know, it's because I didn't really have time to do it or focus on it, but thematically it makes sense because the Sim's still not really happy with these people, so he's not really going to share anything with them.
With the group of people he's traveling with.
Yeah.
Okay. A Sim is noticeably distant during this sort of like bonding exercise. Mairwyn is the first to trauma dump and maybe even feeding off of her. Pan decides to open up a little bit about himself. A Sim the whole time is very distant. Doesn't say much, even though we know that Josh has a comment for fucking everything in real life. A Sim is just sitting at the fire, eating the whatever it is that he's come up with for the evening. What about Finn? Is Finn interested in sharing at this point? Does Finn have any comments or conversation?
So, I mean, I guess like Finn would probably be like sitting at the side of the campfire. What the fuck is that?
Is that a kidney?
Yeah. What do you mean? That's the fireball spell.
Are you just magically dyslexic?
Yes.
Okay. Did you take a picture of it?
Yeah, I did.
Damn, Homie looked like he fucking watched Full Metal Alchemist once and was like, yeah, I could probably do that.
No, I like to imagine like he actually is just trying to spell fireball, but he can't spell it, so he drops shit.
I'm just drawing how I think fireball feels.
Fireball feel?
Hot,
Yeah,
explosive.
It feels about 8d6.
So you have like synesthesia for magic.
Yeah, kinda. But you have to keep iterating on it because it's not quite right the first time or the second time or the third time.
No.
Yeah,
Or
but
the 100th time.
once you like get it once, just do that again, you know?
Well, once you get the formula right, perhaps you could if you had time and sat down and perfected it. But the way that I've come up with it, it's got imperfections in it.
But,
It's
like-
the only way I know how to cast it.
I just don't understand how you can do it right one time, one way, and if you try doing that same way again, you end up with skeletons.
Sometimes, like I said, there are imperfections in the spell.
Alzheimer's, that's what he's got. He just keeps forgetting.
Yikes.
The issue is that there are imperfections in the formula,
I mean,
and I don't know how to cast it any other way.
We need to like debug your spaghetti code here.
No, I like it this way. It's more fun.
Just put one comment, please.
No, if it's hard to write, it should be hard to read. It's called job security.
Yikes.
Wes, I'm gonna give you the talking stick.
So I don't know if Finn would necessarily share unless asked. But here's what I think he would be doing. He would kind of be sitting by the campfire. just throwing shit around.
Yeah, she didn't want you to talk. She said, "Shut the fuck up."
Did I fucking ask?
Think you know.
Go ahead, Wes.
I think he'd be kind of sitting around the campfire, like idly poking at some of the coals and just like humming a tune to himself. But like all people talking about their past like this, it would lead him to remember a time back in Vanderhall, when the Jarl and all of his carls and like pretty much all of the people of Vanderhall kind of gathered around, and there was a lot of discussion and an air of uncertainty. Because there'd been a large drought for a time, and the harvests were poor, and one of the house carls sought to reach out to a seeress in the area, and a wise woman named Gudrun arrived. She would have had like long black hair with like bones and glass beads in it, or like dark leathers, and she was gonna commune with the spirits to divine sort of the future. But there's some implicit dangers in this. So she was looking for volunteers to sing a warding song, which, you know, ancient rites that had been passed down. But very few knew these songs anymore. But Finn had knew this song because it had been sung to him by his mother when he was young. So Gudrun performed her ritual. Finn, his mother, and a few other women from Vanderhall sang this warding song, and she was able to divine that there would be a great rain coming, and it secured some peace and assurance for the people of Vanderhall. And that would be the tune that he was humming, the warding song.
There's a voice that sort of splits the silence as all of this happens. I lost something once. But no, as you're having these discussions, everyone give me a perception check.
I got a fat 3.
19.
6.
24.
Josh, I want you to know that when I was testing to make sure that your weapon worked the way it was supposed to, and I rolled attacks, I did not roll above a 6 on any of those like 5 or 6 attacks. They were all 3s and 4s and 5s. So Mairwyn notices this for sure, and maybe Finn, because he is kind of abstaining from as much interaction as the rest of you notice, that, you know, that Io is sort of like on watch, that the guards, the 3 original guards are tucking in for the night. Avgost is not to not to emphasize too much on his token flavor name on the battle map or the map, but he does seem very stoic. He's not as talkative as he has been. There are no mundane requests from him to fill his water skin or tie his boots, ready his sleeping bag, prepare his meals, anything like that. He is, throughout the day, he's been kind of quiet, and then as his camp sets up, he is very quiet. And you notice that, while you guys are sort of down here and Avgost and crew are at the top, the new guy to the group, Kiernan, is just kind of sitting off by himself. He hasn't, he's been doing what he's supposed to do all day. He's moving stuff, keeping a guard out or keeping an eye out, watching for danger. If someone tells him to do something, if Io gives him direction, he does it, no problem. But he sort of hasn't fallen into conversation with anyone tonight. And he is just sort of perched next to his little campsite he's put up near this tree and is just kind of staring out.
I would probably invite him over.
Yeah.
To at least come sit with us.
You can sit with us.
Actually, Megan. Anyways.
That'd be, thanks. And he'll grab his little like travel bowl that he has that belongs to a dead guard that he's been given. He was just given the bag, and he brings over the bowl and the bag, and he will sit next to the fire. He sits a little further out, but he'll sit out there. So I don't know if we talked about this, but you guys are going to Jozht, but what are you doing? I guess I don't really understand everything. Seems like there's maybe a lot that happened before we met up.
What are we doing?
That's a great question. The brief of it is, if you don't want to tell me, that's fine.
We're escorting the Duke over there to Jozht. Is what we're focused on doing right now.
Right, but how did you? I don't want to be rude about it, but if you don't, I don't imagine that you guys met up and hung out at the tavern on the weekends or anything. You don't really seem like that group of people. Just what I've seen. How did you guys meet?
In a tavern.
Oh. I guess I was wrong.
That's where all good adventures start.
Right. Maybe that's what I missed out on. Maybe that's why I got turned to stone. Didn't start in a tavern.
Probably.
Oh.
When you set out originally, were you by yourself? It was just you?
Yeah.
I'd say that was probably your first mistake.
No, definitely the tavern. That was the first.
Okay, the second mistake.
I did try. By trade, my family farms, and I had tried to collect some other people who wanted a change, who were kind of tired of the same thing every day, and I don't know if you've ever been to Jozht before, but it's a pretty big town. There's always there's shipyards, there's merchants, there's lots of trade that comes in and out, but if you're not if you're not of that lifestyle, I guess it's kind of hard to get out of those places, right? And I tried to find some people. I tried to join up with some of the Reaver dwarves. They wouldn't take me. I tried to find a ship to go on, and I couldn't. I couldn't convince anyone to take me. I didn't have any experience. So yeah, I got my stuff, and I told my family, and that was it. So I guess next time I know to start in a tavern.
Yeah, it helps.
Well, the second best place to start is a campfire.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
If you have a campfire by yourself and then there's other people that pop up, that's not good.
We didn't just pop up though. We were already here.
I think he means if you're camping and like someone shows up.
Well, then that's a call to adventure. You have to kill them. Especially if they look like they're hungry and are just asking for food. That's a lie. They're trying to trick you with their strange magics.
He's he goes through the bag and tries to find like some parchment to write notes. So like where did you guys start? Like you said you were in a tavern, but like was it like a roadside tavern, or I mean where'd you meet?
Zobek.
It's kind of far from here.
Yes. It's the farthest I've ever been.
So you all lived in Zobek?
Only me.
Oh.
No.
Asim, where are you from?
I'm from somewhere known as the Southland. I'm very far away from home.
That is really far. Do you do you ever miss it?
Oh, all the time.
But you still have come this far, right?
And I will still keep going.
But why? I mean, whatever you guys have going on, I mean, it does it really affect you that much? Like, couldn't you just go home if you wanted to?
But then I wouldn't be exploring the world, now would I?
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Finn, you're not from Zobek, are you?
No, I hail from the Northlands.
Oh wow,
It's like a south and a north thing.
yeah. He leans in real close to Mairwyn and whispers in your ear, Are they like an enemies to lovers type thing?
We're waiting.
Is it a will they, won't they?
We're waiting.
No, it'll definitely be a no.
It's a will they.
It's
I mean, he's from the south, he's from the north. How could they be any more different?
Oh, different cultures. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
We're all from different places.
Okay. I mean, so like when we get to Jozht, like, I guess I got to figure out what I'm going to do. We got a couple of days, I mean, but still. I guess, if you could all maybe just give me one piece of advice, you know, like, should I stay on this path, or should I give it up and go back to the soul-crushing labor work? Like what should I do?
Gotta put your 12 hours a day in at the dick flattening factory.
I actually have a cousin that works there. He's not real happy.
His 28-hour unpaid shift. He's not pleased. Why does he keep going? Well, you're already gone, so we might as well keep going.
I for one, I go where the spirits call me to go.
Have any spirits calling to you?
I look at him and like, he smokes.
You talk to ghosts?
No, it's rocks. It's
No.
worse.
I talk to the spirits, and I sort of pet my raven Grabenvarder.
I like to imagine you take some rocks and you start shaking them.
So like you talk to spirits, like you just ask them like what you're supposed to do,
Sometimes.
and they give you answers.
Sometimes.
It doesn't, but not always.
Not always. You have to be willing to listen.
I don't know, man. That kind of sounds made up.
I thought the same thing for some time, but it's very real.
Have the spirits ever given you bad information? Like bad advice?
I sort of look to Asim for a moment, and look back and say, sometimes.
Oh, I feel like maybe there's something I'm missing there.
Probably best we not talk about it.
But the spirits led us to you.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess that's true.
I think ultimately you should do whatever feels right for you.
Could I talk to the spirits?
You could try.
How do I do that?
Here's a peace pipe.
I mean,
Start with this.
you'd want to go into a deep meditation and try and connect with the world around you. The wind, the stone, the earth, the leaves, the trees. And just be willing to listen.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll try that. Okay. No one else talks to spirits, right? Is it just him? Like,
Yes, it's just him that talks to the spirits. However, I do talk or pray to Horus, a god from my land.
okay, so you also talk to the spirits.
It is a singular person.
No, you talk to the spirit. Is that the
Horus is an actual being.
is that not the same thing?
Horus is a physical being, not a tree or rock. I guess you could say it's a similar thing, but he is someone who existed that rose to divinity.
I think they're all crazy.
I've been giggling because when Wes was talking about the trees, like not Sim, but Josh, it's just like he sits there, he focuses, he starts hearing scream, "I'm on fire!"
Help!
It's hot.
So you're a man of religion, then.
That is correct.
What can you tell me about? I've never heard of Horus before.
I'm going.
But give us a flashback about how you found Horus.
It's not that you found him.
Horus found us in.
Maybe.
He chose
If
me.
ever there was a time to talk about it, gosh.
He chose me.
I don't know what that's from.
That's good.
I have no idea what that is.
That's a good
I
thing.
need you to tell me what it's from. I don't understand the joke, Chris. I don't like being left
Well,
out.
we can't talk about him. He's canceled.
Canceled, you say? Think.
I mean,
John Tron.
John, he ain't canceled.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Chris,
Yeah, he is.
Chris would know. He's our HR guy.
No, he's not.
I just canceled him.
Oh shit.
Get over yourself.
Damn.
And I'm canceling Wes.
Oh. Does that mean I get my weekends back?
Suppose so.
Hell yeah.
What are you going to do with your time?
Yeah, I'm starting a new game.
Sleep.
Starting next week.
Oh,
So you better make.
Sorry.
All right. So, anyways, so
Pedro Pascal's hot.
so
Anyway.
So Horus is, that's like the spirit you talk to. Like, do you talk to him the same way that Finn talks to spirits? Like, does he give you advice or direction?
He does not give me direction, as Finn would say. His spirits give him direction.
Okay. But he is, so why, what? Sorry, I've been stoned for a long time.
No, you haven't. You wouldn't know.
Like, why him?
Because in my lens, he is the one that is opposed to evil and validates good and just.
Okay. And he gives you power.
Through his worship, I do have powers.
Something about an oath? That's what you had to do.
I did have to take an oath.
Can anyone take that oath?
The oaths are different. There's many oaths. Not everyone can do any oath. Some resonate with others.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just this is a lot to take in. I thought it would be as easy as just buying a sword and finding treasure. But I guess you could tell it. I mean, I guess you would know it's definitely not. I'm gonna be honest. When I left, I had sort of practiced a little bit. Like I swung at hay bales, and like I shot a bow at some targets I set up, and I was like, yeah, that's good. That was it.
So you've never been in an actual fight with a person?
I mean, I fought off some some bandits once. I mean, I guess I don't know if fight off is the word, but I didn't get killed or anything. I was able to get away from them.
The most useful skill as an adventurer is luck.
Sorry, that's not on my character sheet. Could you luck?
Yep. Luck plays the most important role in any adventure.
Do you all feel the same way? Would you say luck is the most important?
You might say it's luck of the roll.
But Tish. If I'm generally an unlucky person, should I just give up wanting to adventure?
Sounds like you've been a very lucky person not to have died.
I mean, I was stoned for a while.
We didn't die though.
Didn't die though.
Okay. I got some stuff to think about. Appreciate you guys being nice. I'm gonna go back over to my campsite and go to bed. But yeah, thanks for sharing. He gets up and gets his bag and drags it back over there.
So that guy's gonna die, right? Like tomorrow,
Tonight,
when the wolves attack.
in his sleep.
There are worse ways to go.
I have a little bit of an interesting game within a game here. So while Kieran is, he's effectively a CR quarter creature for stats and combat's sake. Character-wise, he has no class.
Oh.
Capital C, class.
Oh, but he has class.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
he doesn't, shit in public and he washes his hands more often. He, chews with his mouth closed. But he technically has no class. By the end of your trip to Jozht, if any of you are able to make a meaningful impression on him, perhaps he will pursue a certain path.
Dang, he spends a lot of time with Pan and decides to become a fighter.
No, he decides to become a rogue because of the dagger. He can use a dagger
That
well.
works.
Literally all I got.
Man, fuck all this math shit.
Why is he trying to... He talks about spelling out the word fireball, but he draws this weird picture.
I'm telling you, that's just how Fireball feels. I wouldn't know. I can't cast it yet.
Still working up to that.
I haven't quite figured it out, but I'm working
Feels
on
like I'm close.
It's like,
it. It feels like I'm incredibly close to being able to cast a Fireball.
I feel like we should be near a body of water when you do that.
I mean, in a body of water
Yes.
Behind a brick wall.
that you've built between us?
As we fade out from the campfire, is there anything else that anyone wants to talk about?
your name's Jacob.
That was the name I was born with. Jacob. My last name was Pharamond, but I believe you guys heard that already. But it's very common for tieflings to, when they come of age, take a virtue name. I decided that with the chaotic nature of my magics that I would be called Pandemonium.
And we learned that firsthand.
I figured you would have took the name fuck up, but all right.
Well, that would be very hard to write on legal documents.
Well, for you, it'd be very hard to write in general. We've seen how you try to spell.
Fair enough.
Sometimes I wonder where Josh the person ends and Azim the character begins.
He really blends into the character.
Yeah, he does.
No, it wouldn't be that hateful. Only Josh.
You would think that Josh has some sort of insecurity, but he doesn't.
Not even a little. He
right.
loves him some him.
I do.
So as the campfire scene comes to a close and you split up into your watches.
Well, no, Mairwyn's taking the watch. She's already slept. No one else needs to watch.
We're all gonna have to get back on the same sleep schedule. This is not going to work.
Take your watches. Everyone gets back on the same schedule. Mairwyn, give me a con check.
Oh.
$16.
You're able to do your watch and then lull back into sleep, putting yourself back on normal sleep schedule.
Just really like to sleep.
And as I take some time to consider the prize, see you next time.